Hey, Michael.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, Alan.
Amazing, amazing.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let me pick up from the first problem Manav earlier called out. Security can't keep up. And let's walk through a common scenario that we're all familiar with. You wake up on a Monday morning, a new vulnerability dropped in. Our team thinks it's in production. The first question isn't how to fix it. It's whether we know where it exists. Alan, what can we do about this?
Sure, we all know the page, vulnerability report page for the project, where you have your scans enabled. So you can quickly go and solve it, either by using Resolve with AI or by using one of your specialized agents like Security Analyst agent or one of the own you built for your own organization. But that's not really a problem I would like to solve today, because you see, the biggest gap in security is rather related with the lack of scans running for your project, so you don't know if they're running or not. So let's go to security inventory and check that. And you see, this is the problem I was talking about. We have scans enabled only on 2 projects where we have this vulnerability found. Let me quickly fix that. So I know I would like to enable those scans, but only for most critical projects. So let me do that by selecting business impact and then choose business critical projects. So now I have a list of projects where I would like to enable those scans. And just by going through a few clicks, you can just enable those scanners one after another: SAST, secret detection, and dependency scanning. And now, you remember we had those builds that you see were white here, so that no scans were running. Now for every single of these projects, now scans are running whenever you push changes to those projects. And on top of that, let's also ensure that we have enabled our dual workflows like SAST fault positive detection and vulnerability resolution workflows. So these are all enabled for all of those projects from this moment. So we got one vulnerability, now we have hundreds.
Months of coordination, hundreds of vulnerabilities, all replaced by one critical action. Your critical estate are covered, the agents are watching. But wait a minute, like you said, we had one critical vulnerabilities, and now we have over 200.
Yeah.
And how do we know which one we really care about?
Sure. I mentioned agents that are running in the background and understanding if vulnerabilities that were found are false positive or not. So you notice there is this icon associated with each vulnerability saying if that vulnerability is a false positive or not. And I can use filter to filter out the noise. So let me do that. And just like that, we have reduced the noise. And also, we just heard about Orbit. Security Analyst agent was also integrated with Orbit to help you understand everything about your vulnerabilities and how about the code is being exposed in other projects as well.
That's amazing. Or we just brought down the vulnerabilities from over 200 down to a little bit over 20. But these are still real vulnerabilities, and we still need to fix them. Typically, before the pre-agentic era, you have to book your meetings with your AppSec team, coordinate, a lot of coordinations. You need to discuss about what is the best possible path to actually resolve these vulnerabilities. That would take a long time. Alan, I know we just shipped something that could make this even faster.
Yeah, I love the challenge. So I mentioned those activity icons next to each vulnerability. So I mentioned they are telling you if there is a false positive or not, but there's also new icons here added. So you see we have information about for each of those vulnerabilities, AI agents already created merge requests to fix it. So I can go and immediately go to that merge request, talk with the team, let them review it, and merge that change immediately.
Isn't that amazing? Instead of months of coordination, instead of having these meetings with the AppSec team to discover these vulnerabilities, to think about what's the best path forward, the meetings you're having with this AppSec team is to decide if this MR is good to go. The fix is right there waiting for the developers, even before they open their laptop.
Amazing, amazing. That would save everybody a lot of time to get that. What about the second problem? Because invariably we all have compliance teams in our companies as well, and they want to know if these agents that we are using are doing things the right way? And are we exposing new risk? Are we meeting our compliance regulations? What's the story there?
Man, that's a big problem. And because of the EU AI Act, regulators and auditors are starting to require that most teams and organizations can prove that their AI agent acted within predefined boundaries. And when auditors walk into the room, most teams have no answer for them. Alan, do we even know what our agents are doing?
Sure. Let me go to the part of the GitLab that we're building, AI Governance, where you can have all agent artifacts, all interactions agents did, and all tools that they were calling, and whenever they had approval or not. So I'm in a session, and I can view more details about each action that agent did, and I can quickly go to the session details to learn more about what happened. And it looks like we have dismissed vulnerability without human approval. So let's see what we can do about this.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
How do we make sure that we can control these agents from now on?
Yeah, so that is why we are working as well on the second part of the AI governance called tool management. So within tool management, you're able to decide how your agents are interacting with you and in this tool. So either you would like them to write, read, and if you would like to allow them to do it, if you would like to decide to rather they should always ask, or always deny, so they will not be able to do that action. So in this particular case, I was talking about dismissing vulnerability. Let me switch that option from always allow that was previously configured to always ask. And now, whenever I would like to dismiss a vulnerability, the agents will still provide me a helpful guidance, but at the end, it will ask me for my approval. So agents can still help, but I just need to approve it.
And that's awesome. And let's see what the agent just did. It caught the violation, fixed the policy, proved it worked within one platform, GitLab. This is exactly what the EU AI Act are asking for. And when auditors they want this today.
Yeah, and that is just the start. Security policy store that we're working on will also include more capabilities, like allowing you to decide about triggers, rules, and actions that should be taken based on the situations that are happening in your code, either related to AI, security, or compliance. So we fixed the coverage in seconds, then we had remediation solved in minutes, and compliance already built into GitLab.
Awesome. Speed without control is more risk. GitLab gives you both native security with governed agents. And let's recap a little bit. First we brought agents to security to improve security coverage, detect false positives, and accelerate resolutions. Part 1, done. Part 2, we brought governance to agent. We both saw what agent can do and the risks of doing that. I will want you to be able to control what those agents can do in the future. Over to you, Manav.
Great. Nice job, team. Very good.
Thank you.